it's your boy Luke. Here in this video, we've got our Draftkings value plays here for the Ryder Cup, and boy, narrowing down this list is a little bit harder than usual this week. On top of not having a ton of options, we only have 24 golfers playing this week. We also have the most unique format of the entire year. But with that being said, again, it's going to be even more important than usual, making sure that you can distinguish between these guys down low. And if last week's picks are any type of indication with this week, we're going to have some absolute bangers. Last week, not only did we have people take down outright tickets on Max Homa, a couple top fives of McNeely and Scott Stallings as well. We also had a GPP almost taken down by myself and finished in second place for about $2,000. So going to flash the lineup up there on the screen. Was a very good week. So we're going to look to build on that momentum. And just before we hop into the picks here, I do want to mention that we have a live stream going on Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. That's going to be here on the channel, going through all of my projections, my player pool, some ownership numbers, some game theory notes, all that kind of fun stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them down in the chat as well. So we're going to cover all of that. So without any more delay, let's hop into the picks for this week and value. Starting off with our number 6 value play, we have Brooks Koepka, which is kind of surprising to see him down here in this value tier, but he is only $7,400 this week, a top 10 model rank at number 9 for me in terms of my custom modeling, and hasn't necessarily been a cut play stalwart by any means. I mean, a 6-5-1 record, so winning more than 50% of his matches at the very least. I do expect him to play quite a bit in this Ryder Cup, though. I have him projected right now for 3.4 matches, which is well above the team average there for the Team USA. You know, they're a very deep squad. They're probably going to be spreading around a lot of these matches, not giving too many guys 5 matches on their own. So any guy that's going to have higher than a 50% winning percentage, any guy who's going to get over 3 matches for the USA is going to be a good target. So I have him projected for 57.12 points, which isn't breaking the slate by any means, but on a slate with absolutely no value, where we're essentially grasping for straws left and right. You could do a lot worse than going to somebody like Brooks Koepka. Outside of short game, Koepka has been absolutely killing it of late as well, with gains of 1.25 shots gained ball striking per round since June 1st. So love to see that. He's still been himself with the longer clubs. At number 5, we have Tyrrell Hatton, who is a little bit cheaper, so makes him a little bit more attractive in my opinion at just $6,200. Also a very good rank this week in terms of my modeling at number 11. And while his cut play record hasn't been great, he also doesn't have much experience, so we don't really want to hold that against him. He was a Ryder Cup rookie last time out with a 1-2 record. I do expect him to play right around 3 matches. He's not going to be one of the stalwarts for this European squad this time around, but he's definitely one of their better players. I have him winning exactly 50% of his matches for a projection right around 48 points. So he's a little bit of a sneaky fit for this golf course as well. He does have decent length, a lot longer than a lot of the other European players, plus has a lot of familiarity with the links aspects that Dye brought to this track. So he's been decent of late in terms of his statistical profile as well. Hitting his irons extremely pure of note, gaining 0.52 shots gained approach per round in that category. So that's top 10 in the field. I do expect him to be a relatively good course fit and somebody that you could use from the European squad to perhaps steal a point or two from the Americans. And now down at number 4, we have Tony Finau. He's $7,200, so again, a little bit more expensive than I would like, but modeling pretty well for this golf course. Somebody who fits it to a T. You can see that with his model rank of number 12. Also has been all right in his match play history, 2, 2, and 3 in cut play. I do expect him to play 4 matches, potentially even 5 if he gets off to a hot start. And while the record isn't great, I do have him winning 45% of his matches, which is pretty decent for this field. I think a lot of the opportunity comes with how many matches we expect him to play. I mean, obviously people like Tony Finau don't have as high of a winning percentage as somebody like Brooks Koepka or even Tyrrell Hatton, but he's going to get more matches in. He's not known as a closer by any means, but perhaps the win at the Northern Trust is going to change that narrative. Kind of buckled down there, really played some of his best golf down the stretch, ended up stealing that tournament away from Cameron Smith. If we take a look at how he's been statistically hitting it of late, he's gained across all 4 major statistical categories and by at least 0.1 strokes per round, showing he's more than just a bomb and gouge type player. Very well-rounded game that is going to play well at Whistling Straits. If you guys haven't heard about it already, I just wanted to remind you guys about my Patreon page. If you're looking for my projections and opinions of every player in this week's field and all the fields to come for the PGA Tour, look no further than that Patreon page. It's just $1 for the month. You get data and all my tools for every player in every field. That includes ownership numbers, projections, winning numbers, custom model percentages. You get access to uniqueness metric. We're going to have a lineup builder coming out in the next month, so a ton of value there. Again, the best part, it's just $1. So make sure to check out the link in the description if you guys haven't already. And now getting back into the value plays, at number 3 we have Paul Casey at $6,800, who also ended up making my core plays video, so definitely I have a lot of confidence behind Casey going into this Ryder Cup. He comes in as a top 10 model rank for this week, has a decent cut play record at 4, 3, and 5, so could be a little bit better there, has quite a few ties on his record, which are going to be okay for DFS this week, but not really what we're looking for. I do expect him to play quite a bit for the European side at 4.2 matches, and a lot of that has to do with his course fit. They use the analytics over there on the European side, and Paul Casey fits everything to a tee at this golf course. It's very accurate off the tee, relatively long as well, plus has the approach play that you're looking for in a match play format. So I have him winning 53.7% of his matches, projected at 72.17 points, which is absolutely excellent for somebody like Paul Casey. Again, he's shown the ball striking ability of late as well, racking up a top 5 shots gained approach number in the field with 0.96 shots gained per round with his irons, which is absolutely excellent. It's why I'm looking at him at this course, a demanding course like Whistling Straits. At number 2, we have Harris English at $5,400. He's extremely cheap. He's actually the cheapest I'm willing to go on this entire slate. He ranks as my model's number 6 ranked play in the field, which is absolutely ridiculous for somebody priced down this low. He is a cup play rookie, hasn't played in the President's Cup or Ryder Cup before, but I do expect him to get some playing time for the American side. As of right now, I have him expected for just 3 matches, winning about 48% of them. So his projection doesn't look great at just over 46 points, but Harris English is definitely a candidate for somebody who could get a lot more playing time if he gets off to a hot start. Over the last 2 months, and this is on the American side, only Patrick Cantlay has been better than him, and it's been by 0.1 strokes per round. So minimal difference right there between Patrick Cantlay, who is universally the best player in the world right now, and then Harris English. On the other side, you'll have Jon Rahm, who is a little bit better than English statistically as well, but Harris English holding his own among the very best in the world, has a very good skill set for this golf course as well. It's relatively long off the tee, decent with his irons, very solid around the green game, gains with his putter as well, so doesn't have a deficiency that's going to hold him back. And I really like him this week, especially in DFS formats. And then finally at number 1, this is a slam dunk play. I think everyone knew this was coming. It's going to be Ian Poulter at $6,400. And while he doesn't model out great in terms of custom modeling, just my 21st ranked play out of 24 in the field, so actually one of the worst course fits. But he does have the best cut play record I think we've ever seen in history at 14, 6, and 2. I do expect him to play in every slate this weekend. I have him for 4.8 expected matches, so perhaps he rests for one of the slates. I just don't expect that to happen. I have him winning 59.8% of his matches, which is actually less than his career total. So expecting a little bit of a regression due to the course fit. You know, he's a little bit shorter, so he may have a problem with a few holes out here, but still going to be the match play ninja. They call him that for a reason. So I have him projected for 91.85 points, and Ian Poulter is going to make most of, if not all of my lineups this week. I'm just going to be taking a stand on him. We see it time in and time out at the Ryder Cup. Comes through no matter the course fit, right? He's done it in American courses that are extremely long. He's obviously done it at the European style courses that really play into his skill set as well. So I really like him at this format. He always steps up his game, and I expect that to be the case here in 2021. That's all for this week's value plays, guys. Let me know in the comments who your favorite value play is on this slate for a free chance to earn a month of my Patreon projections. If you end up picking somebody priced $7,500 and below, and they finish in the top 3 in terms of points scored overall in the event, you'll be entered into a draw for that contest. So make sure to go ahead and do that. If you want access to the projections right now, you don't want to wait for a contest or that kind of thing, make sure to go ahead and check the link in the description for that Patreon page. Again, it's just $1 for the month. You get access to my tools and data for every player in every field for the PGA Tour. So tons of value right there. You'll also get access to a Discord server. I meant to mention that before. Where you can ask me questions at any point, talk with the rest of the community who has been on absolute fire of late. We've gotten outrights, GPP wins, and more. So make sure to stop on by, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching this video. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. Really helps me out with growing the channel, and again, I appreciate it. I'll see you guys this afternoon for my top 3 fades and sleeper picks for the Ryder Cup as well. And make sure to stop by on Wednesday evening for the live stream. Until then, good luck and see you guys later.